Hi there and welcome to Singing Tip of the Week, episode number 43. I'm just confirming that. Yes, and this episode is Start Writing Lyrics. Now, this is a daunting task if you haven't written lyrics before. And a lot of people feel self-conscious when they're writing lyrics as they think, oh, geez, it's something personal. But people don't look at it that way, okay? When they're listening to a song, they're always turning your lyrics onto them, okay? And they're enjoying your lyrics that you're writing or are going to write. So don't take it personally, but you want to write from a personal perspective as well too, and you want to write about subject matter that you know about. Now that's why most songs, I'm going to be saying a lot of songs out there, are about relationships with other people. Now, it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It could be someone that cut you off on the freeway, or it could be a person that you don't know, like your great-great-grandfather. You might write a song about him. So most of the subject matter that we write about are about relationships or experiences that we've had or feelings that we're feeling. Now, it could be love, hate, depression, being tired, being energetic. So these are different subjects that you want to write about. Now, most singers don't write about the 4 laws of thermodynamics because they don't know about the 4 laws of thermodynamics. But if a muso did, I'm sure they'll probably write a song about it. But we generally write, and you want to write around subjects that you feel strongly about, whether that be love, a relationship, something that's happened in your life, or just a story that you want to tell. You may have read something in the news or heard something in the news. You might want to write a song about the election, whether you're happy about it or not happy about it. You might want to write a song, this is a massive subject, about a current war that's going on. They always seem to be going on. It's awful. I wish this war would stop. But it is a big subject that a lot of people write about because it does affect and hurt a lot of people, and it's a very emotional thing. You might want to write about a misjustice that's happening in the world. That's the great thing about music, is that you can also disguise your lyrics so you're not exactly going to be saying, hey, I want the war in Palestine to stop. You don't have to say that. You can say, I want freedom for the whole world. Okay, so you can say that. You don't have to be direct, okay, if you don't want to give the whole story away, or maybe feeling that you're going to offend someone. So now, let's first and foremost talk about writing lyrics. Now, I have previously released a video. If you haven't seen it, please go and have a look at songwriting structure. It's a couple of weeks back. So that's going to give you an idea of what verses, pre-choruses, choruses, and bridges are. Okay, so it's going to give you a basic songwriting structure of songs. I highly recommend that you go and watch that now and then come back to this. Now, when you're writing lyrics, you, as a general rule, let's just talk about general rule here. You're generally trying to tell the story of the song in the verse. So you want to give the main part of the information about the song in the verse. Now let's talk about Let It Be by the Beatles. So the lyric is, when I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. So when I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And he repeats another line like that, okay, again, and then it goes into the chorus. Now the chorus is very simple. Now Paul McCartney wanted to just, about the subject, about letting things be the way they are, whatever the situation was that Paul was dealing with, it was let it be. Now, I think that this let it be was written about his mother, about the passing of his mother, and he had a dream about it that his mum said, hey, you've got to let it go and let it be. I think that's how the actual final lyric came around of that song. But you can hear it's quite simplistic. The chorus is, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. So, the lyrics aren't that deep in that song, but it's one of the probably the best known songs ever is Let It Be. But the chorus is, let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. It's got a great melody, okay? So the lyric is, I think it's deep, I think it's great, but just let it be repeated. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be, okay? So you don't have to go and write these massive essays and things that generally rhyme within a song. So you just basically want to start writing. So just have a pen and a piece of paper and just start writing about a particular subject. So you want to have an end goal. Look, I want to write this song about my grandmother. So describe your grandmother in the verse. What she was like, what she wore, the nice things she said, the memories that you have of her. And her name might be Eloise, for instance, and you might just want to call the chorus, Eloise, I miss you so much. Eloise, I miss you so much. Eloise, I miss you now. That's it. So that could be the main point. You want to mention her name and that you miss her, if that's the main point that you want to get across in the song. So again, this is not rocket science. You want to basically have a goal about what you want to write and a subject and write about it. Now, you can write lots and lots and lots of different verses and you might only use maybe one or two verses. I know that Alleluia by Leonard Cohen, apparently it had something like 10 or 12 or 13 different verses, but then Jeff Buckley chopped it down to, I think, 7. But I read somewhere very quickly that it was just streams of verses. And you don't have to do them all, okay? So I've even heard a Katie Lang version, which is even shorter than that of Hallelujah as well. Now, when we're writing as well too, so as I said, the main part is going to be in the verses. So you want to tell your story in the verses, and then the main point you're trying to get across in the chorus, okay? It can just be one word or a couple of lines, okay? You don't necessarily as well too need to have rhymes. A lot of people do rhyme, okay? When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Now the me and the beat does rhyme, okay? Definitely, okay? Which makes it more catchy. So if you can write a rhyme, that's great, okay? But it doesn't need to rhyme. When you're also writing lyrics, you want to write them about the same length. So if you're writing, we don't want to write one line that's, I love you now, and then the next line going, I love you now and tomorrow and next week. It's not going to fit in the line because you want to go, I love you now. I love you today. I will love you forever, my lady. So we want it to fit in. So you want to basically write them nearly using the same amount of words if you can, because generally a verse is going to be within the time signature. So we want to fit these all in. So that's a general rule, not always, but you generally want it to, when you're writing on the piece of paper, you want it to generally be the same amount of words because you want to have the same amount of melody hits when you're singing the verse, okay? So there's some subject matter. It doesn't have to be rocket science. Now, again, you can write different parts to a song. I've gone over structure. Go back and have a look at songwriting structure. So you definitely want to have the verse, which is going to tell the story, and the chorus, which is going to refrain the main point of the song. But you can have a pre-chorus. You can have a bridge as well too, which is generally 8 bars or something different 3/4 of the way through the song. Now, as well too, writing lyrics, you would generally write lyrics. I'm going to go over songwriting structure, how to actually put a song together. But you write generally, now I've taught lots of people that write their own original songs, lots. Most of my clientele that I teach are original artists writing their own songs, most of them, okay? So I've worked a lot with a lot of songwriters since 1993. So I have a lot of experience dealing with songwriting structure, lyrics, and different things like that. Now, you don't need to make it rhyme, and you don't need to exactly have an exact structure to a song. But one thing that I highly recommend is writing music firstly. Okay, so most of the bands that I've ever worked with and the better songwriters, they will write a piece of music. Okay, because then that's going to give you a key that you can write the lyric into. Now, before you even write lyrics, you want to come up with a melody. Now, I'm not going to go too much into this because this is about writing lyrics, but the melody to let it be is na 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 na. That's the melody, and the lyrics go over the top of it. Now, we can sing anything. I'm recording a video. I hope people like it. Okay, now, so you can put anything in the melody. So as I said, the lyric doesn't really matter that much. It's the melody that's most important. But we generally write a melody first, and then we put the lyric on top of the melody. That's what I'm saying. We do have some classic songwriters like the Neil Youngs, Bob Dylans, Paul Kellys. They'll write the lyric first, and then they'll pick up a guitar and they'll sort of start to put the song together from the lyric. You'll normally find those songs sound more like poetry and not as melodic with the melodies, because the melody is the most important thing in a song. But I don't want to go too far down that track because we're here to talk about writing lyrics. I hope that you've liked that. I've tried to keep it as simple as I can. It's for basic songwriting structure and basic lyric writing. Again, just have fun with it. If you don't like it, you can throw it away. You can change it. You can always edit it. Use different words, different rhymes. So it's not the final draft, but have fun with your lyrics. It's also a really great therapeutic way to release, and it's like journaling, and you can express your emotions if someone's broken up with you, or if you had a bad day, or if you've had a good day, or if you're in love. It's a fantastic way to express your emotions. It's very healthy, it's artistic, and I think everyone should do it, and even journal, and maybe even have just a little book that you can just write down little rhymes or things that you may think of. Sometimes you'll be going about to sleep, and something will come in your head that will rhyme. You're not going to remember in the morning. Write it down, or have a little recorder and just record it straight away. Anyway, let's not go too deep into this one. I hope you've liked this video. If you have, click like, subscribe, share. If we can help you or someone that you know with their singing, we'd be absolutely honored. That's what we do best. Result-driven singing lessons with results in 3 weeks. Check out the links below around here for more info. Until the next video, peace and much love. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.